Alright kids, it's time to dip back down into the world of Universal direct-to-video sequels. This movie today is RIPD 2, Rise of the Damned, which is it's a sequel to the mostly forgotten box office flop from Ryan Reynolds' failure era. I have to tip my hat to Universal because they're getting quick at churning these out. The other two movies we talked about on this show from them were sequels to films that were released when George Bush Sr. and Bill Clinton were president. RIPD came out as recently as the Obama administration. This isn't even the most delayed sequel out this holiday season. Now, I rewatched RIPD in preparation for this video, and my opinion didn't soften on it in my old age. It had a few things to like about it, and by a few things I mean Jeff Bridges playing an undead Rooster Cogburn and no other things. It's an incredibly mediocre film that doesn't stray from the standard summer blockbuster formula. The movie is a Men in Black ripoff with dead people instead of aliens. It also contains a climax that involves the enemies trying to open a portal to release an evil army. If I never have to see a movie that ends like that ever again, that would be okay with me. And no, the last movie I saw in the theaters was Black Adam, and that movie did that same plot too. What the heck? One notable thing about the movie was that Larry Joe Campbell had a small role in it. He's from my hometown. Let's take a look at his scene.
Hey, Bobby. Hey. Larf. Get a robe or something. You're asking too much of that towel. Morning, partner.
Morning.
Hey, guys. Love to have you at the union meeting Monday.
No, I
come
will shoot
on.
that thing.
Cadillac, Michigan's favorite son, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, let's move on to the sequel, or prequel rather. The movie follows Jeff Bridges' character Roy from the first one. This time he's played by Jeffrey Donovan, and it takes place in the late 19th century in the American West. So he gets killed in a shootout with an outlaw gang, and his soul heads up to the hereafter. But before he can taste eternal glory, he's intercepted by the Rest in Peace Department, who send him back to Earth to take down the Deados. And these guys are the dead souls who have escaped judgment and are living among humans. He's paired with this lady who turns out to be Joan of Arc. She hasn't aged in the 450 years since she died, but somehow Roy goes from a 40-year-old to a Jeff Bridges-year-old in the 140 years in between this movie and the first one. So there's this bad guy named Otis, who is played by Richard Brake, who is the guy you get when you can't afford Billy Bob Thornton. He's trying to, you guessed it, open a portal and release the dead into the world. It's all so tiresome. Hey, I'll be honest, this movie was a big pile of who cares. It was a slog to get through. The only thing getting me through the first one was Jeff Bridges and Ryan Reynolds bickering with one another. Now, young Roy and Joan of Arc have no chemistry, and the movie is built around their interplay. The story has the classic prequel problem of retreading plot points we've already seen, and the new Wild West setting doesn't do much to relieve the been there, done that feeling. Overall, RIPD 2 is another Universal direct-to-video sequel to a box office flop that didn't need to exist. Maybe they'll shape up before the inevitable Cowboys and Aliens 2, but I doubt it. 3 out of 10.